And we are in the game. Okay, finally. Okay, so let's remove this, hide this image. We have screenception, and we are going into the game. Oh, finally. Looks like words of the crossing it from both sides. Interesting. I mean, we know Donovan is a royalist, and that may be a little bit his advantage. I don't recall if I know Jamie. But let's look at the decks in the meantime. So we can start with the Tyrell deck. We see at the gate double trade route is a restricted card. Compelled by the fate to stop those shadow decks. No, that moves the power to your faction. So he's trying to get out of a reset. Manning the city walls. Looks like he's playing armies. Why is that there? Manning. Non-unique. What is there that he can? I mean, I'm not used to seeing these decks run big. I don't see any. No, Bright Water Frost. Okay, so this is his deck for to handle with the all the cards in shadows. Interesting. So I was wondering why the Manic is there, but okay. So we see an interesting deck. I don't think we've covered this by now, and we see a little bit of acceleration with the Lady Sansa Rose and making sure you win with going strong. Else we see a Huntress because most of the decks is a few Wolf of Characters with Green Apple Knights and all the small knights. And let's quick look at the setup. So pretty big setup for the Tyrell player. We see Marjorie with Dupe, with Bodyguard, basically the same. Arbor Marketplace, Rose Garden. And then we see Gates of the Goats, one of the more broken cards. And then we see Master of Sunspear, which is something we rarely see. Greenboat Trader and Dornish Fiefdom and the Summer Seaport. Both players started with a very strong economy. Looks like Jamie is not a gentleman. Give get to the god to his opponent. But I assume he's running I was about to say he's running Sparrows, but that's not the case. Also no Fate's Decree. And let's quickly look at Don's deck. So again crossing. I was expecting him to run his own agenda and would have been appropriate, I think. We have Prince at the Gates Exchange, much retaliation, rarely seen the plot around these days, Murgulis and Varys Riddle. So looks like Don needed more on the safe side the economy, else I wouldn't be surprised to see a Riddle. But maybe he'll try to hit the Riddle with Riddle the Manning. It's a good choice. Or other than that, actually trade out. So he's aiming at trade out or Manning. Maybe trade out in the most cases. So looks like his list is very wide on characters for a crossing deck. We see only he's a desert trader. But as I was saying, very wide on characters. Then Milk and Venomous Blade, Dornish Fiefdom, single copy of Gaston, King's Landing, to recur JT Drummond, Gaston, what else is there? And that maybe, and River Gates. And then events look spicy. So he calls it thinking Magali Eyes, or his Viper's Eyes. 3 copies of Secret Sin, Hand Judgment, a single copy of Princess Plans, which is an interesting choice. I would have considered maybe a Milk. So Randall got immediately Milk. And then we see Princess Plans and Vengeance for Elia. So looks like a little bit of control, and the crossing here is just to close out the game in the end when his attrition runs its course. Looks like they don't have all the action windows turned on. For those in chat, you should be able to be, the chat should show the stream. I'm observing it on my phone. It looks like they rewind a little bit here. Yeah, looks like Donovan settings were not updated. So I expect them to cancel the military. Remove the military from there. Cancel challenge, cancel prompt. Cancel prompt. Okay, and we are back on track. Sorry, but it's I mean, I've been saying it in all the games. Turn on all your action windows, even those in taxation. Those could be also relevant. Looks like there won't be a trigger here for the agenda in the first turn. We see a power challenge. It should be for one because this is not the. It should be at one, but then again, I don't see Orion kneeling here at all. Monopost with Viper dice. Let's see what he will discard. And we see mace removed from the hand. I like this mace more, by the way, than the restricted one. Very interesting card to play around with. We see injury challenge with Marjorie. So how does this Meister work? Through the challenge with Meister summon for turn to the attachment and return to its owner's hand. Okay. Interesting choice. They'll definitely have to remove one power. Because the game still thinks crossing first challenge happens and now we are in the crossing challenge. But I think they'll catch up to that without a problem. Or lower the strength or something like that. So Marjorie should be 3 strength. I'm pretty sure from turn 2 things will go better. And there we go. So I think it will be a post again. I wonder if Donovan here is interested in actually defending his hand. He still don't have Dorm in place, but to be able, yeah, it looks like he will over defend. Make sure. No shenanigans happen. and just do an infinite on the back foot. There were no tiers of place in his list, so Randy is safe. A random copy of the archive looks like he's looking into recycling his events or other tools in the deck. You see him exception used for a card draw. This has always been an okay, and we see going strong, push through the challenge. And we have a power spearman discarded from the hand. The crossing power should be removed. Yep. And now we will just see a entry challenge for one. For one. Interesting, in Tyrell list we don't see left and right to cover the defense in a crossing list. It's something that I would have definitely considered. Looks like there are more options at the disposal of Don here. So looks like he'll be able to do his 3 challenges. But Randy is at 7 strength, so one of them, either military or power, is not going through. So it looks like Don will sacrifice the military challenge. How many copies of Obara and Ariane is here? So one copy of Ariane and I assume one copy of Obara. Very lucky to have them both in hand, turn 1. A very interesting list, not something that we haven't seen recently. A lot of one-offs, a lot of small characters. Interesting, he's running the ambush Arokota. Looks like the bodyguard was used for the power challenge. Now we'll have the both with Ubel on board. She's such a pain in the ass to deal with. Almost nothing you can do to her. I mean, aside from Vowering. And then an inter challenge with Meister. And then we'll go to Jamie, so 2 to 3 after the first turn. A little bit eventful turn, I would say, although not mainly within the game. Let's see how. I think there will be a trade out here from Jamie, and Don could pretty easily try to match it. Or he goes directly into Manning. Looks like he has one of his big armies in hand. And we see the total cost. He can fuel it himself, which is the fun part here. So let's see what he'll get. Definitely not the Raider of Desserts. So we have Hand German, Venomous Blade, Water Gardens, and of Billy Bone. Weren't there better options than Water Gardens? So they were Dorm. I would have considered Dorm maybe, because it will waste the whole turn. Now water gardens is highly efficient and immediately turning on. A little bit more options. And we will see a card. We will see a card in shallow. No. Is there another picture? Okay, some Mark Mullendor. One of those Meister Knights, I would say. Where you can switch the cards. Throne. Well, it's really the most skillful players are running the cards. We see it in Don's deck and in Jamie's deck. Even on one-offs, it could be very impactful. Interesting, this King's Captain is not placed in Shadow, so looks like he's not running, trying to speed up the process at this moment. Most of his characters are not safe. You see the King's Captain immediately targeted by the Venomous Blade that was given, so I'm questioning that play to put them out like this. And let's see what he'll name for challenges face. Ubara. I would expect to see Ubara here named. Won't be surprising. I have to play a little bit with this card to see how the prompt looks like, so I know what is. So looks like he names his Viper's Eyes. Interesting choice. I don't think this card is that important. It's more than sure that Donovan will get to it for the entry claim. I would have definitely thought of Ubara because currently there is an icon missing on the board. Old Billy Bond was the character that was given to him. Looks like he's trying to force don't have looks like they'll be asking each other. Okay, so the prompt should be going off now clearly for both of them. The thing here is that Don is interested in killing Kubela, starting her chain in and out of the deck. Yep. A military challenge with Randy, I assume, or just Sir Mark. I wonder if the Greenboot Trader or Rubel will be given for claim. That will free the Venomous Blade to be used again. And you see Green Apple Knight joining the fray. Okay, looks like that was the intent of Don. To try and abuse Ubel as much as possible. Are there 3 copies of her? Something like that, didn't check. No, it's just one. So Don is being lucky here, drawing all the necessary pieces. Into challenge with the green F knight. Just for one. In the meantime, let me fix the title, although it will probably be wrong in the end again. So we have annual versus Hungary. There we go. Music high hand judgment discarded for claim. And a big power challenge. What was it? What was the reserves in Don's list? Something I didn't. Okay, here's Murgulis. I won't be surprised to see Murgulis here, definitely. We see the first gates popped. Well, he has the strongest character on the board, and then the second one. To quickly refill the game, his hand. And we see on the pole, so that will be a 3 power swing. And looks like that will be it. I wonder which challenges Jamie will let through now. He's in a very peculiar situation. I mean, he has the choices completely in his hand. The missing military icon on the board is a huge problem for Don. He needed to show he is more flexible with his challenges, but then he can push it thanks to Starfall. What challenge he decides to do, he'll be able to do it with Starfall. With the jumping challenge. I won't be surprised to see Marjorie here going for the defense. He just refilled his hand. I would definitely try to protect it. I wonder why is it taking so much time? I don't expect any of them to have connection issues, considering where they live. Okay, looks like Jamie is disconnected. So that makes sense. So he has 15 minutes to reconnect. I do hope Justus is not, the admins are not pushing any updates now. A lot of the World Cup games are played, and looks like he's back. But still looks like he still has problems. Yep, and you see Marjorie defending. Interesting, they don't have timer on the challenge, on the game. So I'll try to keep track on that. Let's see when we talk with Donovan for passwords. Let's say 10. So they've been half an hour already into the game. You see a power challenge from Don. I expect Randil to defend it here. He should be well aware that he will not get the chance to defend the military with the current board. Oh, looks like Don decided to remove the power item. So looks like he is confident that he will push through 6 strength. We know there is to go to disposal for Jamie, so that may be not that easy. But the event that Jamie is running are just 2 copies of Going Strong and 2 copies of Lady Sunset Rose. And we know one was already used. So Obara will be exactly 6 strength on offense. Defense for 5. And is there the second Going Strong? To stop the crossing? No. Just to position one of the garden caretakers will be fed to the roses, or the snakes within the roses. And then go to the Tyrell player. Currently they are neck and neck. I wonder why Don didn't use Ubara here at the end of the challenges. Maybe he doesn't have a small character in him that he is willing to sacrifice. Both players are within reserve. Now I expect to see Behaste from James. And it looks like that will be the pot that he is going to play, judging by how quickly he picked it. I mean, and it also makes sense to see that pot here. Also, interesting, he went directly into the riddle and not Beheast. Although definitely consider here Beheast. I don't know what other scenarios he would be aiming with it. maybe to time his retaliation into reset into the Mongols. And we see both players swimming in gold. We see Iron Throne Newt and to Venomous Blade. Okay, we know it's the hand, but I think Ariane is more important here. The board is pretty strong at the Tyrell side, and looking at us knowing the Martel list, they're not very high strength characters in that list. Interesting decision in naming the Venomous Blade. Old Town Mace. Let's steal some gold. Maybe time to marshal Mark again. Or the Knight. Concrete Knight. That's how he is in my head. You work with concrete and that's it. Yep. What gold was spent on that? 18 gold. Nothing to snuff at. So looks like dominance will be Donovan's, judging by the how much gold he has. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't. Let's hope he found Dorn. So most of this gold will be well invested. Then we see another milk. 8 on the mace. It looks like he's trying to definitely deny all type of resources. And we see King's Landing. Water Gardens for Jade Bromon, and we see the withering down of the backboard here by starting with Old Town immediately, and then next turn Iron Throne or Iron Throne Old Town here again. And still 8 gold to spend. And we see would build bond directly marshaled. And 6 gold saved. So we see Rivergate discarded for a card draw. And it will be marshaled next turn, I assume. or the JC Drummond. That will definitely be used. I think Jamie should use it after the inter challenge of Don for sure. And to make sure that he gets 2 triggers out of Old Town before it gets removed. At least 2. As him being first player in the standing phase, he'll get the... Oh no, this is Dominance. Okay, so there is only 1 trigger. There will be maximum of, minimum of at least 1 triggers if we see the Old Town triggers in challenges. Jamie starting to get an intro challenge. And this time we have it opposed by Old Bridge Bone. You see Aleri moved into the game. And then she has to trigger her reaction. So he found his the next acceptance. And Old Bridge Bone. I wonder why Don is saving the Green Bot Trader on the board. I think Old Bridge Bone would have been more useful at this stage in the game. And we see Old Town triggered for sure, with the mark on top of it, on top of the deck. And now we have Infinity Challenge. Unfortunately, there is still not 3 knights on the board for our control. For more, okay, so there need to be 3 knights on the board, and currently it's only the green apple knight. And we see Vengeance and hitting Mark. Oh, that must have hurt. The hidden economy of the deck. And now the power challenge. Only I think the host is more than enough to defend it. Although we are in a ranges where Princess Plus gets relevant to some extent. Interesting, he decided to use a leading, and then maybe there is 4 more strength in the face of Marjorie, Arbor Marketplace. Okay, so there is 5 more strength for the challenge, so easily 1 on offense, and then more than enough resources on the defense side. Think this way. Honestly, I would have expected a little bit faster game, considering both decks are crossing. I don't think that there are a lot of decision points. Also, and being sold doesn't make my life easier. Considering I'm casting at the end of my day, although players are playing also pretty late for their time zones. So we just see an opposition with 4, and there should be a crossing and claim. What happened to Russian removing the intrinsic icon on Starfall, so this will force the Tyrell player to new Marjorie. We're close to the 1 hour mark now. Something worth mentioning. I don't expect them to go to time. It is something that could happen. So, interestingly enough, Don is interested in winning the challenge. Considering there is no removal with the any kind of removal related to the intrigue. No renown. I wonder what's the end goal here. We see a position with just 3 strength. I expect to see now trigger of Ubara to bring something. Oh, and 5. So we see the walls of High Guard and Courtier, and Venomous Blade taking care of the Green Apple Knight. And as expected, JT Drummond removed the Old Town from the board. Interesting, Don did not went for more any other challenges this phase. Maybe he doesn't have any characters in hand. That would be very unlucky on his side. I think it's time for a secret scheme play. There are 3 copies of it in Don's deck. So Potts Maybe time for Beek or reset. I don't expect reset from Dom, but there may be a reset from Jamie's side. A lot of key characters are milked, and maybe he doesn't care that much about that. But we'll see. There is no a huge throw plot into. Yep. Looks like Dom decided to more bullish here. Interesting. Why did he decided to use both characters? But as I said, maybe there was no character in his hand, so and he realized he would probably lose the game that way. And luckily for him, those are one-offs. Obara and Arjen, despite their strength and I mean quite significant characters lost for the Tyrell side as well. So let's see how many copies of those there are. So Macy's 3 times, Marjorie's 3 times, Andrew's 3 times. So that's a very educated play. We know Mark was lost, and the only big stick in the deck is Knight of Powers. We see a single Holiday Knight Marshal, so looks like he drew at least into one character. If we have a River Gate Marshal from the discard pile. Looks like Don is not afraid of the Iron Throne to marshal the PhD Drummond. We see our fragrance, so maybe Milk should start being shuffled into the deck or the Palace Pyramid. He is desperate for characters at this point in time. This is Jousting Pavilion, a little bit late, would have been nice to see it on setup. Are there 3 copies of it in the deck? Yep, 3 copies of it. And you see Sir John Fossoway, who gets renown when he gets over 5 strength. So that will be something for Dom to keep a close eye on. With the marketplaces and the jousting pavilion, he will be online most of the time. And let's see if there will be a third character in hand. Yep, there is. But we don't know there is a action window there. So I'm not sure. Did they, I mean, in marshalling, that would feel very bad now. If he just cancelled finish his marshalling. There was some. Oh no, you cannot ambush with the venomous blade, so everything should be fine there. I bumped for a second. You cannot ambush during the marshalling phase. Everything is fine. I wonder if we'll see a Starfall trigger to stop at least the military. The military is something that we're definitely interested in not happening here. Don't pass his challenge, there is no point in him doing challenges. At least oppose the few that will happen. The continuous fire on throne. It looks like no trigger of Starfall. So drone will do his military challenge here and will be pumped to 5 strength. Fortunately we don't see his Viper dice here. Interesting choice to do intrigue here. I would have definitely done power first. I don't think the intrigue is that important here. And now Don can stop the power challenge, which is a pretty big swing, and I would have definitely considered having the power challenge here. And we see trigger of Rivergate, Don lost 2 challenges. But with this dominance we'll go to Jamie, and he's in a closing distance. Don needs a little bit of work here in the top deck, maybe photo. It was the Venomous Blade, which was unfortunate. So next turn, Trader out maybe. It will secure the dominance for Jamie, at least, if he doesn't draw into a big charter. We know that there is a Septon on top of the deck. So one of those rolls is semi-dead. It feels a lot like the old Matchwatch Sword character. Only one thing. It looks like Donkey has now connection problems. Think. What was his name? I'm running it like 3 times in all my decks in 4th edition. Oh my god, my metamate, if they watch the video, will make fun of me for not knowing the card. I'm getting old and forgetting cards at this point in time. And Don is back. Oh. I'm googling while they figure out plots. Kyle Condon? Was it Kyle Condon? Yeah, Sir Kyle Condon. Figured it, and you're still in the pot phase. So that guy feels the same way as the recruiter, the teaming captain. He goes on top of the deck and draws the card. Let's see what key top decks Don can find here. So Obeo will definitely help him. We haven't seen any of the desert traders, but I think it's a little bit too late for them. Ario Cotton maybe, but other than that, even the Power Spearman, if he draws into two of them, I don't think it will be enough. And we haven't seen any of his events aside from a single his Viper Science and Vengeance. Where are the Secret Kings? What is the score between the two countries? So currently Netherlands is 4 to 1 for Hungary. Looks like only Tamás managed to sneak out his game, and yesterday Frankie beat Istvan, who is on a Tyrell. On a pot. So Netherlands is in comfortable lead. There is nothing much to say at this point. Grasping at straws. I don't want to rush the players. They are hour and 10 minutes into the game. Is it 6-1, Chris? Okay, so it looks like not everything is being reported. Well, then no pressure on Tom then. Unless for his own satisfaction, we know how competitive he is. Do we know if there was connection, both of them? No one is selecting quotes. Is the Iron Throne down? Doesn't seem to be the case. 23-13. So looks like it's up. There is the chat going. Me? So now find the game again. Is this the password? Is this the password? So looks like my game has been stuck. Interesting. Did it drop me at some point? But I didn't see any. I missed a whole round. Oh my god. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. I didn't expect to be dropped like this. Don't recycle his quotes. So let's just overcap what happened last turn. So we see March from Dom into Name Day tourney, and then we see how Zenith Court named by the Iron Throne. Team accept and Marshall, and that's it. For Dawn we see Desert Raider, Venomous Blade to remove the Skepton and 2 daughters. And then it looks like the Dawn was able to control the previous phase pretty efficiently. So we'll see how the next court named again. Is there one in the discard? So there is one in the discard pile, so that's why we see it named every turn. We see return of Sir Mark. Interesting how we have John not do a single challenge here. I'm very curious how that round went, but looks like Donovan didn't do challenges and didn't attack, and there was no incentive to do the military? Or was he alone on the board? Maybe he was afraid of vengeance, so that's what happened there, if he was alone on the board. We see Marcella. He will be not needing in the power challenges and with renown. Currently no king from the board, but the game will be very close at this stage of the game. And Sir Mullendor can bring another character. Best case scenario. So if someone is watching in on Iron Throne here, please let me know if I get stuck again. There is no way for me to see that. Please help me here. Looks like I'm not stuck, so Don decided to save 5 gold. Not enough to march to ambush Ariel. Which he don't discard it for King's Landing. To the card draw. And let's see how the challenges will go from here. Jamie is very close to the victory, but he's missing a power icon. Anything challenge for 4 or 5 would be renowned. Then Dorn triggering from Starfall to remove the military from Sir Mark. Unfortunately, he cannot let it on a fall, so Marcel should be nailed here. Is there another Desert Raider in the death pile? No. And don't disconnect it again. He's the host of the game, so that's maybe why I got stuck. So I'll wait for the reconnect message and then I'll reconnect as well. Istvan is fascinated by the game. I mean, his card is on the board, so he may be happy with that. I'll preemptively refresh. Let's hope the game doesn't end like this. I have a recorded game of Donovan from first round, still don't have time to sit down and edit it and upload it to YouTube, but I'll get to it at some point. Unfortunately, I cannot promise when. A lot of people disconnecting and reconnecting, but we are waiting for Don. Chris, did the nether one sink even lower and lost internet connection? If it's still Chris in my chat. No. We will wait for him. Not much we can do. And I don't think this looks like will be. I mean, maybe last round. Although now, if Don doesn't find a power icon or he doesn't has. He has 15 minutes to reconnect by the rules of the tournament. So let's hope he'll be able to. So scenarios here. John is winning this challenge and then Don has what was the event again? Princess Pawn in hand, a single copy of it. He's running a single copy of it and in those two cards if it's a Princess Pawn, he'll be able to stop John on the intrigue. But Marcelo would have to be nailed in that case. Actually, that doesn't even work because there is not enough plots in the use pile. I'm forgetting that he's ahead in plots, so he's at 0. So even Princess Plants cannot bring him in. I think this is game. The way I see the board, again I don't know what's in Donovan's hand that could help here. And then so Marcel will be nailed and renowned to 14, and then military icon removed, and then dominance goes to Jamie without a power icon to take back the power, and enough and Mark will be. Oh no, he was 2 for the claim, so there is a way out, and maybe next turn he's it to claim. So the military will go through, and Don will lose 2 power from it. So in the end it will be again 13 at the end of the round with the dominance. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, Chris. But I expect him to do just the military challenge and nothing else. Marcelo should be used to defend the challenge because left undefended it's game. And the 2 claim on military will be enough for us to get 1 more round. Venomous Blades are very key to the whole game of like although hitting twice the septum. With the army on the board, I would have definitely thought into placing my own septum into shadow and to have done one back. I'll quickly refresh. Okay, looks like I'm not stuck. Welcome back down. I mean, they're closing to the game time. We can give them extension a little bit, but there is a time limit of hour and a half to the game, and they're very close to it at this point, even with the 10 to 15 minutes extension with both delays at the beginning from Jamie and now from Dom. You can see the challenge defended. And see he calls it thinking discarded. The claim could have helped, and Azeroth to the last power. Very anticlimactic. Enter the game, but well played. We were going into scenarios how the game could be prompt, but we always forget that one card restricted in melee that all of us hate to see it played versus them. Yep. I wouldn't say humiliation, Istvan, you're definitely making the cut. Well, maybe you decided to take a rest. Hungary is definitely a strong country. Maybe the NL did a little bit try harder this round. But that's about the game. We'll be getting another hour and a half game to commentate in a half asleep situation. But thanks all for joining. That being Chris mainly in the later half helping. And we'll see you when in the next game, or all of you will see them in Starlink next weekend. Shark is getting closer, decks are being prepared. Unfortunately, no Maesters. But that's it. Let's look at the Martel crossing list and the Tyrell crossing list, and that's it.